So you the rookie that's gonna shock the world, huh?
Sure as heck gonna try.
Good. I'm glad you are here. Just remember, it's all out there for you. Work hard, listen, watch how we do. And you got a chance to do something special. Now let's see what you got.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm pumped. Let's do it.
Boy. Like, oh god.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you
facing a challenging team, the San Antonio Spurs.
This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Curry.
Spurs only have 8.
And our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And a very confident performance.
Spurs making a switch here. Diaz checked in. San Antonio trailing here. Well, the Bobcats then, now Hornets, might have been a little bit late to the analytics movement, but that's going on in the NBA all over the place. And they're full-time on it now.
Yeah, they're all over it. Last season, they had a half dozen of their staff devoted to analytics.
And Charlotte, looking who they've got. At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. And Stevenson is out.
Freddy Banks.
Down
Hey,
well, Steve, a big moment here. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Banks.
Here, I might be
Here's a guy with quite the story. Didn't get picked on draft day. Couldn't find a team until this point in the season.
Well, Kevin, you know because of that, he's going to be playing motivated. Often events like that will give a player an added edge. I don't think there's anybody.
And mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Banks.
Maybe not anything spectacular there, but he's not going to complain. Your first basket is your first basket. You're just happy to be a part of it out there.
Yeah, I would hope he wouldn't complain. He's now officially in the NBA scorebook, and that really, when you think about it, guys, that's an incredible achievement, no matter how it happens or when.
It's rebounded by Boris Diaz.
The shot selection, though.
We know the Hornets definitely aren't as big a player as most
I need to get at least like 14.
Pretty clear small market team. They're usually at the bottom
I
of
want
the
to
league in payroll. They are making the most of what they spend now with their analysis, so trying to level the playing field a little bit.
And Doris Burke caught up with
Yeah, I'm right here, like, geez.
We talked about the impact players on these
Kid, oh yeah, it's like, y'all don't see me in your faces, like, oh. I knew I was gonna miss that.
He said he's a guy we've got to account for.
I knew I was gonna miss that.
He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
All right, Doris, thanks. Leonard, no luck.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little
Right back,
bit
right back, right behind you, right behind you, right behind you.
Wide open. The shot's good from Banks. Banks making an immediate impact. Spurs trail by 4.
Get here would do a lot for their confidence.
Parker passes to Diaz. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Parker. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Well, they've been a relatively poor free throw shooting team, about 72% as a unit.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Joseph. Diallo, the screen. And here's Mills. The feed to Diallo. Off the left rim and out. Good if it goes. Can't hit.
Ooh.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hornets lead by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Coming up. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter. Fresh 5 on the floor. And then for Charlotte, Lonley's checked in for Williams. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Banks is subbed in for Mo Williams. On the court for the Hornets, Banks in at point guard. Kid Gilchrist and Vonleh at the forward.
Show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. By Banks. Parker kicks to
Someone
Diallo.
get your man.
From the wing, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Diallo's got the lead up to 2 now for San Antonio. Well, Tony Parker, an excellent scorer. Creative finisher, certainly inside with a smooth pull-up jump shot from mid-range. Steve, when he gets in the lane, he is dynamite.
And he draws fouls at a very high rate for a point guard. He's so good at initiating contact and then forcing the officials to make a call. And what that does, it gets you free points. It also allows you to set up your defense at the other end.
Diallo, the screen. Parker dishes to Diallo. Inside. Parker outside. And here's Mills from the arc. Count that one. Mills has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Spurs.
And Parker really is great from mid-range and in. His three-point shooting a little bit more inconsistent. Some seasons he's shot in the high 30s from out there. Others it's only been in the 20s. But it may be a shot he turns to as he loses some of that elite, elusive quickness.
And it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Parker drives in. Good. Parker's got 10 points in the game. 8 seconds left
But
in the
I
first
don't
half.
give a. I need to make a 3. I need to make a 3.
There's the triple. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half ends in a close one. It's the Spurs leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Very nice offensive first half from the reserves. You guys had a big impact. We'll be coming back to you in the second half. I did, however, like our on-the-ball defense. We didn't give their ball handlers any breathing room, and they didn't handle it well.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
We saw a lot of good action there.
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on it.
The Hornets also with the sub. Williams is checked in. San Antonio leading by 3. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Corey Joseph is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Baines in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich so smart.
Banks checked in for Zeller.
And here we can check out the story on Kawhi Leonard. Some good stat lines for him recently. You can put his numbers up among the best lately. 6th in steals. And, you know, when he gets to the free throw line, he makes the most of it. He's ranked in the top 20
Shot right
in free
there.
throw percentage.
And, Steve, I think we should take a look back at his top 10 steals ranking that you mentioned a bit ago. I mean, that's impressive. This guy
Rebound.
gets it done. Jumps the passing lane.
Matt, what we done
But
about
he
these
also can pick
points?
the pocket of the ball
I
handler,
need to
too.
help this team today.
Popovich back in the 70s, toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed
I do
Forces
not
team.
have
He speaks Serbian and Russian.
Yeah, you know, no surprise that, Kevin, given his experience abroad, that he helped make the Spurs Real trendsetters as far as...
Oh, you're leaving me open with the fade now.
The shot's good from Banks.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Joseph, the pass to Duncan. And it's San Antonio with another.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Banks kicks to Stevenson. Back to Banks. There's the double team with Joseph. Feeds it to Stevenson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kept alive.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Hornets trail by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. Williams gets the bucket.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Duncan kicks to Leonard. Back to Duncan. There's a screen. Bellinelli dishes to Joseph. Shoots it. Duncan trying to break loose. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his second basket of the game.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Well, and that usually leads to a win. I mean, this is just very efficient offense that we're seeing tonight.
Up top, Banks. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Spurs lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Next Monday night, February 2nd, the Charlotte Hornets take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Live from Washington, D.C., it's the real deal.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity? Guys, terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Hornets trail by 3. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Charlotte. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyama. Stevenson is the 2 with MKG the 3. And it's Robertson at the point. All right, we'll look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And their mid-range shooting continues to be active.
Both teams making substitutions here. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight games.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
Hey, Rook, good job for the first time out. You look right at home.
Thanks, man. I just try not to force anything, let the game come to me.
That's what we do. Too bad your big effort was wasted.
Wasted?
Yeah. You got yours, but the team didn't. In this league, W's are all that matter. We got to hit it hard again tomorrow. See what we got.
Hey, man, I'm going to do everything in my power to help this team win. Shoot, I'm just on a 10-day contract, so I'm going to work like there's no tomorrow. Because for me, there isn't a tomorrow. I got to get signed.
That's what I like to hear. You keep that attitude, you might have a chance to last in this league.
Sure gonna try.